Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. My name is Sergey and I'm the owner of Sergey Green Studio. We provide photography and videography services here in Los Angeles. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the main tool that all the photographers and videographers use to capture these beautiful moments. And that's basically us. We tend to talk a lot about the equipment, about the lenses and the software that we use to edit the photos and everything. But at the end of the day, that's us who's taking photos and who's taking videos, recording the sound and everything. And I'm getting lots of the questions from my bride. They usually asking at the end of the day, like, how are you not tired? How you can keep standing? And same from the second photographers and videographers, they often pretty tired at the end of the day. And I thought about it like, I personally not that tired really. So I thought about it, how I can help and how I can share my personal experience. Because that was not always for me like that. I used to be tired quite a lot and my back was hurt quite a lot as well. But it's not how you can operate and it's not how you can do your thing properly. You have to manage that. So let's start from the beginning. Let's just define our task. Let's just figure out what is the wedding is from that perspective without thinking that it's like a celebration and everything. So what is the actual wedding? Wedding, that's the event where you start working from 10 and probably you're going to go until 8 if you have, let's say, a typical 10-hour working day. Plus you have to drive there, plus you have to drive back. You're probably not going to eat during the day, so your first meal most likely going to be around 7 p.m. or so. Thanks to our watches and phones and everything, we now know that it takes about 10,000 to 15,000 steps to go around the place to take all of these photos. If we're doing like the Indian Armenian wedding, something like that, we're going over 20,000 steps and we barely have time to sit down and relax. Plus we have to carry all of our equipment, all of the lenses, all of the cameras and everything like that. We have to talk with tons of people. We need to manage their poses and everything like that. And we also try to think about the timeline, whether everything going right, what we can do about if something is going wrong. So you have to think about all of these things, and I break them down into 4 categories over here. One of the most important is the physical shape of yours, like physical strength. And that's, again, you're going to be walking quite a lot, and you're going to be carrying your equipment, you're going to be doing all of this stuff. Sometimes you literally have to run on the wedding. So what you want to make sure that you are in a physical shape. I compared it to the hike. So just imagine 2 people who is just going up the hill and one of them in like okay physical shape going up the hill. And of course they're going to be breathing very heavily. They're going to be probably hitting this trail, not going to like the experience, and they just going to be going up the hill just to make it and gonna go back, and only when they come back they're gonna sit, relax and enjoy their day. On the opposite side, someone who is in a very good physical shape, they're gonna be walking up the hill with their friends, talking about things, laughing, like drinking water, looking at the sunrise, sunset, whatever really they like. The thing is, they're going to enjoy everything without thinking too much of the physical pain or suffering or whatever it is. So what you want to make sure that if you're signing up for the wedding, if you want to do the wedding, you want to make sure that you are in a decent physical shape. I'm not talking about training as the professional athlete or something like that. All you really have to do is to go to the gym or run or hike intensely for like 2-3 days a week, somewhere there. I personally do different types of things because I'm getting bored sometimes about doing the same thing all over again. So what I did the cycling for a while, for like 4 or 5 years. Then I switched to the Kung Fu for 5 years. And now I'm going to the swimming pool, and I'm just swimming back and forth for 1.5 kilometers at the moment, and getting closer to 2. So the point is to be in very good physical shape. It's not like you can lay down on the couch, save your energy, and then go just throw it out there. No, not really. You have to train your muscles, you have to train your stamina, and then you can go and do your job properly. Because if you're going to be tired closer to the evening, you're not going to be walking around. And one of the things that I learned from the photography college is that you have to walk your shot. Meaning, for example, if you're standing at the ceremony, right, and if you're tired, and if you think like, oh, I'm going to get my shot from here, meaning you're not going to see this ceremony side from the other side. You're not going to see this from that side. You're not going to go up to the balcony to get this shot from the top. You're just going to be standing in one position and taking all of the shot from that side as well. Same for the reception. You're just going to be doing close to bare minimum, just standing on one side or the other, taking shots. You're not going to go into the crowd. You're not going to be like dancing with them and having fun and taking all of these beautiful shots, because it's all takes physical strength to do that. I think you got an idea. So let's go to the second thing. Second thing is the mental health, and that's incredibly important. I'm glad that right now there's lots of books about it. There's lots of YouTube videos about it and everything. But what I want to say, that is incredibly important as well. It's not a secret that the wedding is the stressful event overall. Lots of things can go wrong. Lots of things can go wrong with your own team. Lots of things can go wrong general in the wedding. It might be late as well. You might have to deal with things and try to figure out things with your wedding planner and the bride. Sometimes there is going to be no wedding planner, and you will have to step in and manage everything, and be a sort of like a wedding planner / photographer. So in that case, you just need to be calm. Whatever is going on, wherever chaos going on around you, you're the one who needs to be calm and the one who wants to stay on top of the game, because when it's going to be over, everybody would forget what was going on and they would ask for these photos. And you want to make sure that you acting well in the stressful environment. At the same time, closer to the reception, you might have, very rarely, but still, you might have some sort of guest who would approach you and tell you a few things and so forth. What you want to do, you want to manage this person properly as well, in the way that they would walk away happy with whatever they want to have, and it's not going to go to the bride, so she don't have to worry about it. And if your mental health is not there, you will be overreacting, and that's not a professional way of handling things, really. Whatever you want to do, you want to meditate, maybe you want to read about it, you maybe want to do the sound bath or nail standing, whatever you really want to do. It's the journey for each and every of us. It's a different journey. I might like things that you don't like and so forth. You just have to go and try, but it's similar to the gym. You just have to invest your hours in there. And it's not a crazy amount of hours. It's like literally 3 hours a week. No, not more than that. But you will feel the big difference. Let's go to the next thing. Let's go to a little bit more pleasant things. And that is snacks. Lots of photographers and videographers underestimate that, but it's a very important thing to have in your backpack. In my backpack, I have the top compartment that is always filled with the different types of snacks. Just avoid the chocolate one that can melt, especially here in California. They will just make a mess in your bag. So the top compartment is full of snacks, and there is also two side pockets with 4 bottles of water all the time. And I'm making sure that I'm giving them away to my photographers and videographers so they have something to eat. It's not realistic to have the salad or the meal or burrito, whatever. It's not going to happen. But the snacks is always there, and you're not going to feel hungry as well. Rock climbers, hikers, all type of athletes can make a day on the snacks. And these days, like organic snacks, they are very, very good. And the water, of course, whether you think you want it or not. Ideally you want to finish all of this 3-4 bottles that you have in your backpack. You're just gonna feel much better and much relaxed about it. I think it's pretty obvious, so let's not talk more about it. And the fourth things, it's like a reward, I would say. But at the same time, imagine you doing all of that, like you go into the gym, you're working out, and plus you're doing the wedding. Reward yourself with a massage session. When the season is going, let's say the summer months is or something like that, make sure you have 3-4 sessions with your masseuse. It's gonna cost you $350-$400 or so for the good one. It's not really that much, but you're just gonna feel much better and much more relaxed. Overall, and again, it's just a treatment for yourself, beautiful treatment for yourself. So now when we've talked about all of that, and if it's still not convincing, I want you to think about two different persons. I want you to think about yourself who taking care of themselves physically. So you go into the gym, your muscles feels great, your body is supported, your back is not hurting because, let's say, especially for me, I'm 6'3", and most of the time I have to lean forward a little bit to take a picture of the people because the camera has to be on the chest level to make a good composition. So my back used to hurt quite a lot, and that's because my muscle wasn't supporting my height properly and me being bent like half of the day. And if you have enough strengths in your muscles, you're going to be good. So imagine you go into the gym, you constantly like running, hiking, and something like that. And through that time, maybe a year or so from now, if you never went to the gym, of course, and year from you starting, you're going to walk 5-7 miles very easily. And by the way, 10,000 steps, as far as I remember, that's 5 miles. And if you go for like 15,000 steps, which is typical for a wedding, it's like 7.5 miles. Just keep that in mind. It's a number. So you're just gonna feel much more comfortable walking that distance, and that's not gonna be that much for you. Of course, at first, it's gonna be hard to run like 10 minutes or so. It's gonna be hard to swim like 300 meters or so. But a year from you started, you're going to be swimming 1.5 kilometers and you're going to be running 5 miles with no problem, really. It's just you building up the stamina. There is no secrets about it. Second thing you want to think like mental. If you're meditating, you just very calm. You just where you are, you just know that you feel great. I don't know how to describe that. But it's just, if something wrong is happening, you have this ability to make sure it's going through you and not stopping inside of you and just not destroying part of you or so. And you choosing whether you want to react on some sort of things or you want to just let them be and let them pass. That's a very important, that's a very important ability to have. Then more you're gonna go into the mental health, then more you go into the meditation, then that's really better. Also, you're the one who has snacks. You have something to eat, so you nice and fat, and you're the one who's going to the massage as well. You're enjoying yourself. So, what is the chances of you going through the wedding without really noticing you being tired? they are actually very high. You're in a good physical, mental state, you're fed, and you're going to massages and relax. So in that case, you can do 3 weddings in a row. You can do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday easily. You might take a break on Monday, as I do, for example, if I do like 2, 3 in a row. But again, it's not an all day. I'm just gonna take my morning and just do whatever I want really until like 10 a.m. or so, not more than that. But imagine on the other side, imagine the second version of you who doesn't do anything of those. Then of course you're going to be physically tired, you're going to be mentally tired, you're going to be hungry, and your muscles going to hurt for the next 2 days. That's just no way around it. That's just the choice. It's whether you're doing one thing or the other thing. There is no magic really about it. It's just all about hours investing in yourself one way or the other. So all I want to do with this video is just to bring awareness to you that you have a choice. And it's not like you're trying to save your energy and that's why you have it and that's why you can do certain amount of weddings or not. You're going to have the energy with you being able to channel it through yourself. So then more energy going to go through you, then more energy you're obviously going to have, then more active you are going to be. I don't think it's possible to sleep for 20 hours and then work for 20 hours. Our bodies just doesn't work that way, really. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say in that topic overall. This video is going to be definitely a part of my free photography course that I'm about to put out there. So look for it. That's going to be pretty exciting. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them. I went through all of these stages myself and I have quite a lot of experience about it. And again, thank you so much for watching and see you next Thursday.